Egyptian generals sitting in the headquarters of Jordan and giving orders to the Jordanian army and the Syrian army, and help that came from Libya, from Iraq, from different Arab countries, in an attempt to bring about the destruction of the State of Israel. So Israel took a preemptive strike. Namely, while they were making their preparations, we took, and not only we, I. You see, in 1967, I was a veteran soldier, a reservist in the Air Force Intelligence, and I was among the people who prepared this attack, and we caught them when they were not ready, which is what you do if you want to be successful. If you want to fail, it's a different story. Okay? And I'm sorry we didn't do it in 73, a preemptive strike. So, the initiative of the war was Egyptian, and the coalition was Arab, and nobody that has any knowledge denies it. I have seen many books of people who don't know what they're talking about. But when you take every authoritative book, including Arabic books, they will very, very clearly tell you exactly the same story. No analytical dispute on the subject. How is Iran a direct threat to the United States? Tell me, how was Hitler a direct threat to the United States when the United States went to war against Hitler in 1941? Okay? You don't wait until somebody kills you. You don't say, I will not respond to you unless you shoot me first. If you kill me first, then I will work against you. The United States understands very well that if Iran controls the Middle East, and Iran is having a very systematic approach of trying to control the Middle East. They're already controlling Iraq to a large extent, Lebanon to a large extent, Syria to a considerable extent, Yemen. They have a very systematic way of taking over the Middle East. Anybody who doesn't see it is blind. Okay? You can't have an intelligent discussion when people say the Iraqis do it, the Iranians do it, or the Iranians don't do it. You just have to be completely unwilling to look at reality in order to say it. If they succeed in doing it, the oil of the Middle East will be under the Iranian control. The routes of oil will be under the Iranian control. And then you can have major blackmail. And when they have nuclear weapons, and if, God forbid, the United States would have stayed with the JCPOA, they would have had a nuclear arsenal, then they can threaten far more than the Middle East. And it is the responsibility of the United States, this is what I spoke about when I spoke about world order, to try to prevent it, because they should try to prevent what the North Koreans are doing, in spite of the fact that it is not a direct threat of the United States. And they should prevent any kind of very radical regimes, like the Iranian regime, the North Korean regime, of getting this. Concerning Israeli Arabs, if you're asking if the Arabs are citizens, then perhaps you shouldn't be writing a book about Israel, because this is fundamental. Not even the Arab members of Knesset who are constantly lying, and not only the Arab members of Knesset will not question that Arabs are citizens, of course they are. More than that, when Israel was established, before Israel was established, a commitment was made by the Jews before they were a state, that whatever will become a Jewish state, anybody who lives in the bounds of the Jewish state will be a citizen. How do you have certain members of parliament who are Arab, who are voted in by Arab, if they're not citizens? Okay? Now, when Arabs complain about what is happening in Israel, and when they demonstrate in Tel Aviv, they are very disingenuous. When an Israeli member of Knesset speaks about democracy, I must laugh. He doesn't have the right to say the word democracy. Because Arab members of Knesset either support Assad, or support Hamas, or support anybody who hates Israel, including anti-Semites in Europe. Whatever is anti-Israeli they support, they have no idea what democracy is, because they support exclusively people who are barbarians. Okay, different barbarians have the support of different Arab members of Knesset. This is true. Some support Assad, some support Hamas, some support other radical Arab leaders. So Arabs not only can demonstrate, do demonstrate. We had Arabs demonstrating against the state of Israel, and nothing happened to them. You had Arab terrorists in an Arab city in Israel who stabbed Druze Israeli policemen on Temple Mount, and the terrorists who stabbed them were celebrated in an Arab town with thousands of Arab demonstrators with Palestinian flags. So to say that Arabs in Israel have no rights is ridiculous. Now, can you say that people in Israel are discriminated against? Of course. You have people in the periphery that are discriminated against people in the center, and you have people who have a certain need for help that are discriminated against others. And I will not say that they're not Arabs, that every Israeli can be discriminated, and every citizen in every state is sometimes discriminated on something, but Arabs are never discriminated on anything. This, of course, would be stupid. But I don't know if when you write a book about Israel, you have to speak Hebrew. But if you speak Hebrew, I recently wrote a book about Arabs in Israel. Actually, the name is Palestinians in Israel. 860 pages in Hebrew. I very strongly recommend that you read it, and then you may disagree to everything that is said about it. Now, speaking about the professors at Haifa University, you are probably referring to Asad Ghanem, okay? Asad Ghanem is against the very existence of Israel. Okay? Pardon? Yiftach El is in Ben Gurion University, not in... Yoram Yiftach El is an ultra-radical leftist Israeli, and that's fine. And one last point. When I said anybody who doesn't like the laws of Israel can either try to change it in democratic elections or leave, I didn't speak about Arabs. I spoke about everybody. Okay? You don't like your country, you have two choices. You can try in democratic elections to change your government, which is legitimate, or if it is too much for you, leave. Okay? We have an Israeli actor, very successful in an Israeli theater, Iran, who is now leaving Israel because he doesn't like it. Fine, it's his privilege.
Thank you. Dr. Pass, the last intervention.
Yeah, one comment and a question. Actually, I was looking for your presentation focusing on the new balance of power in West Asia. Very briefly, in passing, you mentioned in the last answer, but the new balance of power completely eluded in your presentation. Let me elaborate. Let me finish. The perspective from Delhi, from India, is there are two regional orders in competition. One, led by Israel. Israeli.
Okay.
The other one is anti-Israel, led by Iran, Syria, Turkey, supported by Russia, China, and others. And what we see is the turmoil, violence, the bloodshed, is this perpetual struggle between these two. And from my reading, Israel has failed to contain Hezbollah despite 30 years of efforts. Israel, along with the entire coalition behind it, failed to dislodge Bashar al-Assad. Despite every effort to contain Iranian influence in Iraq, it failed. And the US, along with Israel, failed to contain the Islamic Republic since 1979. Despite all the attempts, all the sanctions, from US to UN to EU. And this power from your side has a new ally, UAE and Saudi Arabia, along with the Organised. And that is leading this region to further turmoil and war and problems from Libya to Yemen to Bahrain to Syria, Iran. And this struggle, I think, has weakened and further weakened Israel. My assessment in my way of is my comment. My question is, you see, I'm curious to know how you perceive Israel in another 10, 15 years or beyond. What is it that Israel wants, especially from the perspective of peace? In passing reference to the earlier question, you made some references. But from the 48 war armistice through the Johnson plan in the mid-50s, to the Rogers plan, to the 242, to the Kissinger step-by-step disengagement agreements, the Camp David, which you say an ignorant and ill-informed Carter brought about, which has given you peace, at least in Sinai, through the Fez plan, the Fahd plan, the Abdullah plan, the Arab League plan, the 88 Palestinian Peace Initiative, the Oslo plan, and the Quad-Trade plan. What is it that you now expect from the deal of the century? Because your friend Trump says, I have given whatever is possible to Israel, and now they have to pay a price. If you know anything about the price, businessman turned president expects from. Thank you.
Okay, first a comment on the comment. You're right that you have in the Middle East a struggle between two camps, and that Iran, in a different way, Turkey, but Iran, Syria are the most important elements in one camp. And Israel is a part of the other camp, but it is far beyond, it's not an Israeli business. Saudi Arabia is not opposing Iranian domination because of Israel. There's nothing whatsoever to do with it. It happens to be that we have a common interest against Iran. So Saudi Arabia and Israel can cooperate. We have a very deep common interest with Egypt against the Muslim brothers. So we can cooperate with Egypt. We always had, for 100 years, a common interest with Jordan, so that we can cooperate with Jordan. But we don't have a camp led by Israel that all the others support. We have cooperations on certain issues that are limited. In the final analysis, the Egyptians are interested primarily in the Muslim brothers, the Saudis are interested in the Iranians, we are interested in working against the Iranians and against the Muslim brothers and against the Turks, which, by the way, are very intimately linked with the Muslim brothers. But this is not an Israeli project. This is not something that either brings to the Middle East stability or instability. success or not success. It is countries who don't want to be dominated by other countries and by other movements, and they cooperate on some specific issue. Also, I think that you are wrong in assuming that Israel tried to dislodge Assad. I can tell you from being part of the deliberations, it was
You can
never...
also quote 101 statements from Israel. I can also quote 101 statements from Israeli leaders calling for the overthrow of Assad, directly and indirectly.
Also, aiding rebels in
Okay, only you made you comment.
Look, I can tell you that if you have quotations from Israelis who said so, they don't come. Because I was there when this issue was discussed. There was such a school. It was totally rejected. Okay? We had relations with people who were immediately adjacent to the Israeli border, and we basically said, we will give you good reason not to attack us. And for 7 years of civil war, we were not attacked by the radical forces alongside our borders. By the way, if we would have wanted to dislodge Assad, the best way is to kill him, which is not very difficult.
Which you didn't succeed.
Pardon?
Which you didn't succeed.
No, we didn't try. Believe me, it is easy. Okay, now I'm giving you, operative information. It was easy. It could be done 100 of times.
Should have done.
No. I think it was a wise Israeli policy not to intervene in the Syrian civil war, because regardless of the consequences, it is negative. No matter who's controlling Syria, from the realistic forces that were struggling over Syria, they are all negative from an Israeli point of view. Because a democratic Syria is not an option. There is no such thing. Okay? Unfortunately. If there were, I'm not against intervention. I'm for it. But I'm only telling you, if you don't believe, don't. I don't care. But I'm telling you, it is something that was considered and rejected. Second, we did not even try, we did not even contemplate preventing something from happening in Iraq. We were completely uninvolved in the subject. We didn't even have a view on the subject in Iraq. Again, if you want to believe otherwise, go ahead, be my guest. I'm just telling you, with Assad it was considered and rejected. With Iraq, it was not even attempted. I would have, if I could, speaking for myself, not for the state of Israel, I would have killed Khomeini in 79, which would have been a good idea. You kill one person, you save a million. Okay? Not that it would have been our motivation, but this would have been the result. But the state of Israel didn't try. So when you speak about failing in Iraq and failing in Iran and failing in Syria, you're misinformed. If you speak about Israel not succeeding in 2006 vis-a-vis Hezbollah, you're right. Okay? We didn't succeed. The war was handled in a very ineffective way. I had a discussion about it with the Prime Minister at the time, Woolmer, was a good friend of mine, and I told him, you're responsible for the misconduct of the war.
You still have a chance.
Pardon?
You still have a chance.
And we may use it. If Hezbollah will attack Israel, then Hezbollah will be rooted out. And the whole state of Lebanon will suffer in a major, major way. I can give you this in writing, if you want. It is absolutely certain. But if Hezbollah will not attack Israel, Israel will not take the initiative. And again, not because it's unjustified. It's justified. It's just stupid. And therefore I'm against it. And nobody in Israel considers initiating a war against Hezbollah.
Because it is strong.
No, because you don't go to war unless you absolutely have to. Now, we will prevent by force the Iranians to establish themselves in Syria. And if need be, we will go to war in Syria, okay, against Iran. But if the Iranians don't establish themselves in a major way, we will not go to war. And we have already taken more than 200 military steps, very strong military steps, but short of war, against Iranian embedment in Syria. We have already done it. We will continue to do it. So what I'm trying to tell you, I'm not shy about the use of force. I believe in the use of force. But I'm simply giving you the information that you can either accept or not, your choice. Concerning what Israel wants to do, what Israel tried and failed, and what Israel didn't try. I'm simply giving you the information. Do with it whatever you want, but this is the accurate information. Concerning peace, we tried and achieved a peace with Egypt. That was not a product of the Rogers Plan. That was a major mistake. And was not a project of JNIAS, because if you want, you can bring all. I wrote 2 books on the subject, so I know the minute details of it.
I've written also
Pardon?
extensively. I've also written over the last 30 years.
Very
That's
good.
why I was reading out all the peace plans
Very good.
from the
But-
armistice through the 50s,
Very
60s,
good.
70s.
Very good. And some of them were interesting and made a contribution. What made the Israeli-Egyptian peace was the decision of Sadat to dramatically change the attitude of Egypt from the rejection of the acceptance of Israel, which he even pursued until 74, 75, to an acceptance of Israel in 77. And I consider the peace with Egypt an enormous success for Israel and for everybody else. And I'm delighted with it. And it worked so well that recently I was told by a person who mediated between Israel and Egypt when it was still necessary, that he said to me, the Israelis were very rude. Every time the Egyptians asked the Israelis for something, the Israelis never let the Egyptians finish their question and said yes immediately. Okay? On the question of arms to bring into Sinai. Okay? Against the peace treaty signed in... and we have intimate, excellent relations with Egypt. Intimate, excellent relations with Jordan. Jordan always wanted to be in peace with Israel. The problem was Gamal Abdel Nasser and the Jordanian